I got it before it went to the loading screen. Alright. I'm gonna continue Happy Home. Progress it a bit further on here. I did go and collect the fossil from Blue, so that's done now. So I guess it's just art. And the one thing I'm missing, so I don't really need to catch or fish on either island anymore. I'm gonna laugh if there's still one more. That was the right one. I've heard it, but I don't have the heart to say no. Yay. Okay. No more fossils. Now it is just artwork and the one sea creature I need, which I guess I have to start playing this at night time now. Oh, I thought there was something in there. I think this one was authentic, so let's see. Hey Werner, how are you? Alright, I mean, let's say about half, if not a bit more than half. You're fine, you're cranky. That's a bit of a duality there. Why so cranky? Oh, thought it was a... I'm not going to decorate a hotel room. Because you can be. Fair enough. Do I have good bugs? I don't know how to answer that. What's a good bug? Actually, I probably should have gotten changed first. I don't collect bugs, so I don't know. I think most of them right now, they're grasshoppers and crickets. Again, it's this one but authentic. No, that's the right half. It's not authentic. The left side is the one that's authentic with that color. I'll get this. This statue is always good. Wait, I need money. Alright, happy home time. How's my day? Didn't really do much. It's Sunday. Just got some groceries, did some laundry, that's about it. Probably let him right back a bit. Oh, they got that sign on sale. I'm pretty sure I have... I mean... It doesn't hurt to get another. Okay. You have 2 of those villages. Which ones? Tabletop. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Functional, whatever that means. Gizmos. Play. I guess there's not really a whole lot of choice because no cafe yet. Sure, functional. You'd think functionality would have kitchen stuff. Okay, it's the Nordic stuff. That'll do. 15. Alright, go. What have you got? But see, I already have some of this stuff. This was not a good choice, ultimately. Should have picked Dom. I'm so terrible with names that I don't know who that is. The Ram? I don't know. I'd have to see it again. My brain's already forgotten who was even there. Am I tired? Nah. Just have forgotten. Brain did not retain. I think if I were tired, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Just not feeling creative. Ah, you can't. Alright. really wish I would just swap position. Get rid of that. Oops. Sorry you fell asleep on me last night. It's okay. It's okay. Just out of context. Might be confusing. It doesn't matter. It's understandable. Eventually, late at night, people just fall asleep without control. I've done it before. Sure. Just that. Where's clothesline? There. There's still space behind it. Oh my god, sometimes just... I need a free space to rotate this. There we go. Wait, do I have the shed? I should have the shed, right? You know what? Maybe it's not up to the point where DIY can be counted. Alright, fine. I think I'm pretty much done here. Good enough. Alright, well, I only used 10 minutes. Got a blue rabbit, name is Doc. I think I've seen that one. But then again, I could be just thinking of another one very easily. Works for me. Guess I get 20 minutes in here. Okay. That's it. This is the new one, which I guess is fine. It didn't really give me much new things. Ugh. That one could work as a feature wall. Hold on. Yeah, like that. This is a lot harder because I have less... Oh, shit. Alright, I'll make up for it. What am I trying to do with this? I hate these chairs because you can't get in, but they're required for this. There is a... I gotta make sure I don't omit this accidentally. Don't know, sometimes I have a good idea. We'll see if this one's one of those ones. This could be one of these ones that's not a good idea. The problem is, like, I get an idea, but then I don't have the part that I want. But fine. It's okay, we'll work with that. I wanted the column where it's like a wooden one, but I don't have that part. I'm trying different ways of dividing a room. I just feel like sometimes I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, so I try to vary it. Okay, hang on. Functional. Is that one that's more like tile? Would have been nice if with the update they threw us more things. Okay. Changing it around. I mean, more flooring options. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it kind of works. Why would you place the TV there? Yours is on a dresser. Mine used to be on a dresser as well, but then I got a proper unit for it that fits it a lot better. Man, I hate the... I like the idea of the big tables. The problem is they're just clunky. But okay, there. I'm also trying not to default to just the biggest possible room and just try and do smaller spaces. Don't really have that many options for just seating as well. I guess that's the most comfortable-ish chair. Change my mind. They are cute chairs. In the short term, I did have some of those kind of chairs. But then they kind of get crusty after a few years. It's just the nature of it. Like, they feel like they're going to snap. Not that. Always has to be somewhere. Just wish there was more options to hang. Hey Tizzy, you got the Mugenics music stuck in your head. Thought you tried to make it my problem. How's that going to work? Do I still don't have a fridge. I still don't have a fridge. It'd just be too awkward to play. No, that doesn't look right. Oh. We're going back to the bolt hole thing. Yeah, call in from time to time. thinks she hears something. And then I assure her I didn't say it, and she insists that I did. And I roll back the footage to prove that I didn't. It just makes me laugh that every time. There's not a, oh, sorry, Will, I misheard. It's just, like, oh, well, close enough. It's just like, still can't admit was wrong. It's not in her vocabulary. It's okay. It's not like a nefarious thing or in, you know, bad spirit. That's just funny. Particularly because she's from New York. I mean, the thing is, I am pretty steadfast as well. Like, I won't even be like, oh, there's a possibility I said it. I was like, no, straight up, you're wrong. But that's because it's one of those things that's happened to me so often. Just because of the way I talk. It's just... yeah, people hear different things. What am I missing? I haven't even unlocked the shower head item either. You can do towels, I guess. Alright, fine. That's nice. I think I'm done. There's still a couple minutes, but I don't need them. I mean, things I would have done different. I probably would have added a fridge. I would have added a fridge in this gap here where this plant is. And use the wooden pillar. Wooden pillar. I can't talk. Woolen pillar. Yeah, I mean, that's just keeping my creative muscles flexed. Making sure I can still do things and decide quickly. Yeah, this works. This looks nice. Yeah, slip of the tongue. See, that's how it works when you admit you're wrong. You say something that's incorrect, and then you're like, oops, my bad. Yes, I did that. I'm sorry. I have to just throw shade like that sometimes. If I'm wrong, I will admit I'm wrong. But I credit me being the way I am in that regard to I just have very, very... Oh, I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily stubborn. It's a little bit of stubbornness. But I have family members that are very, very adamant and will, like, die on multiple hills And even when they're wrong, they won't say, oh, sorry, my bad, I was wrong. They'll still insist that there could have been a scenario where they were correct. It's just like, it gets old. So, I try not to be that way unless it's like a 100% without certainty. Like, without any sort of uncertainty, you are completely incorrect. It's just one of those things. This is kind of funny. This one kind of started by accidentally placing that wall in the middle there. And I thought, you know what? No, I'll roll with it. What am I trying to do with placing a wall here in the middle? I think it works. It divides the room pretty nicely. Sometimes things happen from mistakes that lead to greater things. Okay. You know, I've been in many a scenario where I have to just back away. The one that comes to mind is just, man, the time I went to a Mexican restaurant and the waitress there insisted that my Spanish was incorrect, and man, I felt like I was going to have a conniption. And just that level of stubbornness was just something unprecedented. Alright, I guess we're done here. No. So this is what it was. If you haven't heard the story, I went to a Mexican restaurant with some friends. And so we're ordering the food. I pronounce the food how you pronounce it in Spanish. And then she turns, the waitress corrects me and goes, actually, it's this. And I'm like, oh, no, see, that's a common mistake, because it is. And I go, in Spanish, you actually read it like this. And then she goes to me, excuse me, I spent 3 months in Spain. And then I go, my family's from Central America. And if you knew, even if you did spend 3 months in Europe, you would know that European Spanish is different. And then she was like, agree to disagree. I'm like, no, not agree to disagree. You're fucking wrong. Like, I'm sorry. Like, completely, just unequivocally wrong. Just, in no universe would there be someone who spoke fluent Spanish would be like, yes, you know, she's technically correct. I'm fairly certain that even in European Spanish she was wrong. But her argument was just like, yeah, she spent 3 months in Europe. I guess that trumps me having a heritage that speaks the language. I envy people that can be that confident, but at the same time, if you have that kind of confidence, it can be a dangerous thing if you're not very smart, That's why when I was watching King of the Hill, every time Peggy would insist that she knew Spanish, like, it tilted me a little. Because I would just think back to that dinner with that waitress. Totally fair, but that's like white people getting offended on behalf of other people's culture, especially when there is a person of that culture who's right there. I've had that happen. And I guess I always find the term white people weird, but I understand what it means. Like, I'm not exactly tan, but I'm not exactly white either, but, you know, I get what they mean by white people. But I've had situations where, like, people getting offended for me, and I'm like, what? There's nothing here. I'm good. I'm okay. Well, some of the worst stuff, because I live in Melbourne, right? Like, it's a sort of energy that happens in Melbourne. But I've had people not take my opinion seriously until they learn, oh, like, I'm a minority technically, and then suddenly they change their tune a little. It's just, it's a little annoying at times. But the Spanish, man, so many times, just being corrected on it. I had a, this is when I worked fast food, but I had a manager. And she would pronounce tortilla as tortilla. And I told her, oh, yeah, it's actually tortilla. And then she got annoyed at me and she said, in Australia, mate, we say tortilla. And then my response to her was just like, well, if you go to a wedding and you ask for some champagne, you're gonna sound like an idiot. You call it champagne, right? Like, because that's how it's pronounced. The word comes from French, so you pronounce it correctly. So how do you think you sound when you say tortilla? Is that I swear, is that a meme? Hurricane Katrina more like Hurricane Tortilla. See, there's so much things that I just don't know. All these references. And I get sent a video. It's like, oh, you don't know this? Like, no. Probably because we had our own things here. It's a meme, okay. Well, yes, I don't know it. But it's most likely because it's American origin. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's like me referencing the Today Show. The Australian Today Show. And you being equally confused. Or Kevin the Goat. But I think a lot of people here know about Kevin the Goat. I've spread the word of Kevin the Goat. The garden that I'm doing here is just to make hybrids, pretty much. Or at least attempting to. There was a vine. Man, that makes it old, doesn't it? I do miss Vine. Vine was like a more creative version of TikTok, I feel. That's probably why it didn't last, because it just wasn't financially viable. Creative things usually aren't in the long run. Number don't go up, so they shut it down. You made vines with your friend in middle school. What did you used to do? Just enough. Don't think I've seen that bed, the antique bed. Or at least that style of it. Dumb stuff. Yeah, that sounds about right. I used to make stupid noises for people's animations. Good old Flash animations. Nothing famous or popular, just dumb stuff my friends would work on. And they'd be like, hey, can you do a voice? Like, yeah, sure. I know, it's very hard to believe me making noises for people for their dumb videos. For some reason, I reminded you of Beckfest. How did I do that? Oh, Vine. Yeah, I guess. Thought you meant me specifically. I think the most stupid noise I would have to make for Flash animations was like the Arnie laugh. Army? No, Arnie, like Arnold. Go back a bit. Pretty sure I said army. Okay. Well, I'm sure you heard that. It's not what I said. I think I've watered everything. I guess just move stuff around. Why do I leave the fossil hulls? Because they just keep popping up every day. And if I leave them, they're just like that. I don't have to keep digging them up. There's not really a whole lot of point. I will dig this, and then another one will pop up tomorrow, and another one, and another one. There's also a secondary reason in that whilst there are fossils in the ground, you'll have this as an easy Nook Mile thing. So if you have fossils in storage, you can just keep redeeming this easy 150 Nook Mile thing. And that'll just keep popping up. So stockpile your fossils and then just don't dig them up. And every now and then you'll get a very easy 150. Kind of glad I put that incline there. It just makes this a little easier to navigate now. There are times that I wish Flash Player wouldn't have gone out of fashion. There's a large chunk of the internet that kind of has become lost media as a result. I will dig this one up purely because it's in a very annoying spot. But that's it. These are paintings. I'm like, what is that? I forgot for a minute. Ah, well. Oh, it's a gyroid. Okay. Just making sure I replenish resources. Here, I don't have as much stone, wood, iron, all that stuff. The main focus for a little while here is just going to be getting through the rest of Happy Home. Getting that to the point where it's done. Box-shaped seat. Oh. I don't think I've gotten that one before. I'll collect at the end, just so I know which trees I've actually hit. Okay, I don't know if you can hear this. You probably can't. The mic does a good job of cutting it out. But I have a neighbor. I've met him, and he does DJ work. So he plays at a local club, just DJs. And every now and then on weekends he'll practice like sets or whatever. And he's currently playing Coco Jumbo. That song from the 90s. Yeah, 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 Coco Jumbo, yeah, yeah, yeah. What a song. Just remember the artist's name was Mr. President. Yeah. Just another one of those one-hit wonders. It does make me laugh from time to time because it is a little... If I can hear it, it's loud. So just having someone blasting Coco Jumbo, I don't know. Oh. Right, I should be shaking trees, eh? Don't know it. I mean, it is well before your time, Vanna. I'm sure you'd know it if you heard a little bit of it. Surely you would have come across it. It's one of those songs that it gets played somewhere at some point. That and Red Red Wine. Well before your time. I mean, I was a child, so yes. I was a child when this song came out. I think even I have like bare memories of it when it was first out. When was this song released? Yeah, okay. I was 8 when it was released, so... It was in the before time. I think it's valid to say well before your time if it was before you were born. It was non-existent. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be like patronizing and be like, oh, you young'uns, you young babies won't remember Coco Jumbo. Should just bring up a whole bunch of old 90s music and just be like, yeah, you don't remember this. An old man called you that the other day. Called you a baby? Called you a baby? You see, that's annoying. Oh, how you doing, young'un? Oh, God. But I was being ironic. Wait, you put a winky face on it. Was he trying to be, like, flirty? That's creepy as youngin'. Should have just turned around and gone. Not bad, oldie. You actually know a lot of 90s music. Yeah, I mean, it's not a hard rule that just because you weren't around then that you wouldn't know it. It's like me, I know a lot of 70s music, and it's not... It doesn't mean anything. That's all. But see, you could have music that's before your time, but then still know it. Just because someone says before your time, it doesn't mean that you're, like, ignorant of things that happened before you were born. He was being flirty, didn't want to embarrass him in front of his wife. Fucking hell. That's a sentence. I would have just been like, hey. Just called him oldie. I think one thing I'm very, very good at is just reminding people of old music. And I don't mean like the obvious choices, I mean things like one-hit wonders. Or a bunch of pop groups that just kind of had one song and then disappeared. Just where everyone was trying to do like the Backstreet Boys / Spice Girls thing. Or NSYNC. But I'll bring up a whole bunch of ones that never made it. I know, my brain retaining useful shit, right? Like LMFAO. LMFAO had more than one hit, but in the sense of, you know, big worldwide stuff, sure, one. No, I'm talking more obscure than that. Like the Irish girl group that had one song. Or Last Ketchup. Remember Last Ketchup? And that song that people hated / liked. They had 3 that were popular there. Wow. I mean, here is just one. Wait, no to what? You don't remember what? You don't remember Last Ketchup, really? You don't remember the Ketchup song? What year was that? (2002). Okay, oh, there you go. If you're morbidly curious, look up the Ketchup song. That was their one-hit wonder. What about that saxophone guy that became a meme and then the group became popular for a little bit? The epic saxophone guy. You don't know the epic saxophone guy, Vanna? I mean, that's definitely a millennial meme, for sure. I'd play it, but because it's from an actual song, we live in DMCA hell, so... But, yeah, the guy became a meme because of how he played the saxophone. I think it was at Eurovision. But just really, really into the saxophone playing. And it is catchy. Sorry, that's fine. plenty of memes I don't know of. Like, I didn't know the duck song, and I learned about the duck song. The duck and the grape. Can't reference anything. No, I didn't know the duck song. But see, that's will be my reaction to you don't know the epic saxophone guy. Guy, legendary. Hold on. I mean, you might know the saxophone guy. That's the saxophone guy. I'm not gonna play it because it's from an actual song. You do know that, yes. Well, then there you go. You do know it. The song itself is pretty catchy. Oh, here's a question. Did you know of the to be continued memes? Yes, okay. But then having not seen JoJo until recently. I suppose I should collect some of these. I don't think I have the golden slingshot yet, so I gotta keep doing that. What is that going to be on? Netflix, unfortunately. Despite the protest of people not liking it. Do these drop acorns and the other ones drop pine cones? There we go. How am I watching it then? Resubscribing, then cancelling it the moment I'm done with it. That works out cheaper than just subscribing and keeping it until it's done again. I think that's honestly the way to play with these subscription services. It's just if you really, really want to watch something, watch it, then cancel. But it's not worth it anymore. And there's no other method I will suggest that could be an alternative to that even. No other method at all. To be honest, I'm not even sure if I need this for anything that I want, but better to have it and then not need it at all. Sure doesn't drop him much. That's enough to get started. Let's get some of the other ones. Just Netflix went from this thing that was a no-brainer that you should have to something that's just unnecessary now. These seem to be dropping a bit more often. Could just be confirmation bias. One more. Okay, 5 a pop. I gotta go give out a garden lantern as well. Man, it's not even 6 PM. I don't know why it feels so late. The sun's still out. I have the little miniature room model sitting on top of my mixer of this. You sat down. I don't understand that restriction that you can't give them something while... Actually, you know what? I think I do. That's because they haven't animated it. There's no animation for them receiving a gift while they're sitting down, and that's why you can't give them something when they're sitting down. Don't sit down. I thought about it for a sec, and that is the reason. This animation of you handing something over, it only happens when they're standing up. Judoki? Oh, it's this one. That's what Ken wears. I'm never gonna keep a chain going. I need to check if I have fencing. See, I don't have that one. I don't think I'll ever use that. Just never gonna do the hotel stuff. There's 2 heavy thinkers. That's a moving out bubble as well, so I'm not touching that. Lazy. I actually stood up in real life and got water. I think it's more lazy to just sit here and just press buttons and not do physical movement. Just an easy way to get, like, about a minute to get a drink or something. Didn't mean to offend you. It's okay, you are forgiven. You can tell how much I deeply cared about that just by how loud I got. It's okay, if given enough time I might slowly be able to live again. One day at a time. Eventually. It'll stop hurting. The aggression in my voice. Oh, that is not aggressive, trust me. Okay, I mean, so far, nothing too horrible. It's not eating up iron. Oh. Well, that's not too much iron. That's a little bit. It's not like 30 pieces of iron. I can't craft too many iron recipes. I only have one stack of iron. So whenever the villager hunt happens for this island, like, I guess I have to really take advantage of it and make sure I collect iron. Damn it, I always get tricked by this one. It doesn't want 3 stacks, it just wants 3. Some more iron. Is that stone or is that iron? Crap. Absolutely not. Oh yeah, let me just trade 14 iron for how many tickets? For 7. Okay, no, that's not happening. I think they reset tomorrow, so that's fine. They can disappear. Like, just look at how undervalued it is. How much did that carrot cake cost? It was one flour and 1 carrot per cake. So 2 flour and 2 carrot was worth 40. Meanwhile, 14 iron only worth 70. It just makes no sense. Iron is just so undervalued. And yet it's very difficult to get a steady supply of it. Oh yeah, go fuck yourself. Use all your iron, yeah. That would get rid of all my iron. And they're never going to change it. Like, this is just how it's always going to be. There's not going to be a balance patch that are like, we undervalued iron. We hear player feedback and have adjusted the value. Then again, they got rid of the rumble. So, I don't know, maybe. They got rid of the rumble on the Switch too. Or the strong rumble. God, this is the worst thing. Favorite. Alright, all of them are iron now. That's why we stop. I'm not getting rid of iron. Not when it's going to reset tomorrow. And I only have 30. Wait, why is this up front? Hold on. Oh, it's discounted. That's nice. I got one for 210. I guess I get to have it now. I didn't know that she would discount the ones that are out front. Just thinking about long-term things I'm gonna need. Those lights for sure, they're going all over the boardwalk, so... Wait, learn that. Alright, well, I guess I've done everything I can do for now. Progress. Alright, if you're watching us later on the VODs channel, thanks for sticking around to the end. Leave a like if you feel like it, and we'll continue next time.